No one saw the silent battles. No one witnessed the nights you broke, but then chose to rise again. But you were there. You showed up for yourself when it mattered the most. And this video is really a self-acknowledgement for the times where you showed up for yourself when no one else even knew what you were going through. The self-acknowledgement for the times where you were there for yourself and you did not give up. Because I know so many people who are giving up, who are resigning from life because what they're going through, they deem it too much to handle, not worth it to go through it. But you chose differently. That's why you're still here. That's why you are able to continue with life. Hell, that's why you are here watching this video, because you are still here. You made it. And I want to go and share with you also my experiences when I almost gave up, to inspire you to continue, to inspire you to take charge of your life once more and not give up. And also to show you what self-acknowledgement looks like. Before I dive into it, thank you for tuning in. For everybody who does not know me, my name is Martin, and I'm here to share with you my learnings and my lessons from life, the ups and downs, the in-betweens, with the hope to inspire you to live a full life where you acknowledge and embrace the ups and downs, where you are also in the driver's seat of your own life, taking charge, and stop listening to how other people tell you how you should live. And this video really connects to that purpose, to that mission and vision of why I created this channel in the first place. If you have not subscribed, of course, I would really appreciate if you subscribe. For everybody who is already subscribed to this channel, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Self-acknowledgement. There is so much power and strength in self-acknowledgement. And so many of us have not really practiced it. A lot of people don't even know what it looks like, what it sounds like, what it feels like. But it's very simple. It's, in fact, so simple that we overlook its power all the freaking time. I've been in different situations in my life where I found myself in a position where I said, either I'm going to give up on life or I'm going to restart a new chapter and really start living. And basically, I remember 3 times in my life where I really battled the darkness. I really battled it and felt like I don't have enough strength to get through it. And interestingly enough, is that even a word? But you know what I mean. It was always connected to romantic relationships. The first one, it was in 2011. And that was not just like falling in love, but it was me coming out. Me embracing my sexuality. Well, I'm really lying at this point, because in 2011, I did not embrace it. I was rejecting it, but it was really the starting point of me being able to embrace it, which took actually a few years. However, that was the starting point. And for the first time in my life, I was speaking it out loud. I was telling other people about it, that I was falling in love with this guy who rejected me, which is kind of like the story of my life in relationships. But recently, I also discovered a lot about why this was happening and how I was showing up in relationships, and I could change so much. But very interesting for me that it's all connected. And self-acknowledgement also is connected to becoming aware of yourself, acknowledging the way you're showing up, taking responsibility. And in 2011, I was really heartbroken. There's a few other things that happened at that same time where I ended up in the psychiatric ward in a hospital. That was in the States when I was living in New York. And I still remember it very clearly to this day. Everything that went down, and like the police showing up at my place, escorting me down to the ambulance, the conversation with the lady in the ambulance who really was, I think, the first stranger I told that I was gay. And it was very, very interesting, heartbreaking, and revealing time. Then being in the psychiatric ward, it was basically a life-changing experience because I've seen people in there who were suffering from so many different things. And I was in there and I was like, you know what? The reason I was there was kind of like, in my opinion, not valid. Because I got there because I was about to give up on life. I was thinking, or not about to give up on life, but I was thinking and contemplating it, and also sharing it with people like friends that, you know, what's the point of life, and I don't want to continue this way. And it was really, really a time where I repeatedly had those kind of thoughts, where it was like, I wouldn't mind it end, like my life, and I was just lost. It was a very, very dark period of my life. At the same time, it was a very revealing and joyful and incredible experience. I was studying in New York. I was studying at an acting school. I met a lot of incredible people. Some of them are still my friends to this day, especially one person who was there with me from the start, guiding me also through those dark moments. The thing is, I didn't give up on life, but I was making a decision also to continue and to look deeper within myself. I started therapy. I was really going forward and wanting to learn more about myself and like, why are certain things happening the way they are and how can I deal with them? Very similar situation in 2018 when I was in a relationship with a narcissist. I was like, okay, I'm not thinking about suicide, like this is past me, but I thought about giving up on life, like really just living like basically like without emotions, just saying like, I'm gonna suppress everything. I'm just gonna not care. I'm just gonna live like a robot, basically. Or I can go down the other path where I start living. And as you can see in this video, I'm still here and I have not given up. I decided to live. I decided to start going out there and really embracing life on a new level. I started horseback riding. I went back to Kung Fu, and I really also deep dived into my spiritual journey and the self-development journey, figuring out who I was on that new level. And the third time it happened was the beginning of this year after the relationship ended. I was lost. I was more lost than the previous times. I was like, life does not have any meaning left. And after everything I've experienced in the past, I would have never thought I would get into that situation again where I feel so lost that all meaning of life is dissipated. But it happened. And now looking back, I'm glad it did, because again, I could find a deeper connection to myself, a deeper connection to life, and also a deeper connection to people around me. Now, you might ask, why am I sharing those three kind of like connected but heartbreaking and relationship typey things. Well, the thing is, when it comes to self-acknowledgement, I want to show you what I'm doing at this point. I am showing up and I let myself feel the way I feel. I show up and I still have my goals, I still have my dreams and visions. At the same time, I am embracing each day as a new day, as a new opportunity, as a new gift. And one thing that I also practice is self-acknowledgement. I very often over the past few months, when I was really heartbroken and I felt really, really sad, I let myself grieve. I let myself grieve the dreams that I had. I let myself grieve the relationship that I lost. I let myself grieve the person that I thought I will build my life with. And on a regular basis, I embraced myself and I said, it's okay. I see you. I'm right there with you. I had moments where I was like on the floor crying, where tears would just keep streaming down my face. There were times where I shouted in my pillow. Sometimes I didn't even grab the pillow and I was just shouting, letting out and releasing the pain because I felt so broken. In those times, I was there. I was there for myself, with myself. And yes, there were times where I said, like, stop this. I want to make this stop. I have enough. I can't continue. But then again, I looked in the mirror and I said, you got this. I know this hurts, but it's gonna change. Life will be different. You are so fucking strong. The things that you've been through. And you're still standing here. You're still continuing. You still have hope. You're not giving up and you're still loving. You're still putting your heart out there. You're still showing up for people. You're still helping people. You're so fucking strong. And I love you for that. In those moments, I practice self-acknowledgement. Acknowledged myself for still showing up. Acknowledged myself for being strong and vulnerable. Acknowledged myself for being able to open my heart and give love to someone who treated me not with the same kind of kindness, not with the same compassion. I showed up for myself when no one was looking, when no one saw that I was broken, when no one saw that I was crawling on the floor, praying to the universe to make it stop. But I was there and I was holding myself. And I picked myself up, even though sometimes when I was on the floor, I felt like I don't even have the strength to get back up. Sometimes I was on the floor and I was like trying to get up, but I couldn't. My body just was not strong enough. But I was sitting there right by my side until I was able to have the strength or muster up the strength and get up and continue. I utilized all those emotions that I felt and, for example, created this channel to support people, to show that you are not alone. So I want to also extend the acknowledgement. I want to acknowledge you for being strong, for you still being here, for you taking on life over and over and over again. even when you might have felt that there's no point, there's no hope left, but you still showed up, you still continued. That means you are so freaking strong. You're so strong. You're so brave. Because it would be so easy to just give up. Giving up, it's the easiest way out. The easiest way for yourself, because then it's done. You don't, there's nothing more to feel. But the thing is, giving up, I don't just mean like if you take your own life, but if you are giving up on life and you're just living and not sharing your beautiful soul with the world anymore. If you're withdrawing, that also is going to just pass on the pain. Pass on the pain to someone else who then has to feel the loss, either because you're not there anymore physically or because you're not showing up anymore on an emotional level. They're grieving the loss and the pain because you just passed it on. But you being here shows that you have not given up, that you're not passing on that pain, but that you're taking responsibility for your own life. And maybe you're not there yet. Maybe you're at a point where you're thinking about withdrawing. And I ask you, do not. Continue to go and live. Give it another chance. Give yourself another chance. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to have a fantastic life. And yes, there are times, many times in our lives where we just want to throw in the towel and say, I got enough. I'm done. This sucks. This hurts. But this is part of life. And embracing that fact is also a form of self-acknowledgement, where you say, I know that even when I get through this situation, this is not the last one. This is not the last situation where I'm going to feel broken or pain or whatever emotions that you might be going through right now. Self-acknowledgement comes in when you say, I know this is going to happen in a different way, but it's still going to happen. But I'm still going to show up. And I know that I'm going to get through it. Whatever life throws at you, you can get through it. Because I know this saying is overused and thrown around all the time, but life doesn't happen to you, but it happens for you. Meaning that life is there to teach you. Life is there to give you the ups and downs, the gifts of amazing joy, but also of incredible pain. It's like a spiral, like a circular movement. There's always things going to happen. It's always going to continue. And it's your choice if you show up or if you give up. But the thing is, only when you show up, you will have the opportunity for it to be different than what it is right now. Only then do you have the opportunity to grow and learn and expand. And that's what life really is about, to learn, to grow, to expand. So say yes to life. Affirm it in the comments. Say yes to life. I appreciate you. I appreciate you that you're here. I appreciate you that you are still giving life another chance. That you're giving yourself another chance, because life is, or you are a part of life. You are a part of this planet, of the oneness that we all are. So I appreciate you shining your light into this world. And even if you don't see the light, it shines through and through and through. And it touches a lot of people's hearts. So with that being said, thank you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. And also thank you for tuning in. I don't take this lightly. I appreciate everyone who is watching my videos. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. So if this video spoke to you, if it spoke to your soul, please make sure to share it with people that you think might benefit from it, who are in a situation right now where they are feeling lost, where they feel like they are about to give up. Share this video with them to share hope with them. And also subscribe to this channel, because this channel is all about how to stop abandoning yourself and how to live a life that is true to who you are and where you are in charge of it. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. Hope to see you in the next video. Lots of love from my heart to yours. And as always, a big squeezy hug.